All right, guys, we're going to be talking about common sales objections today. So, objections are a common part of the sales process. You are generally always going to experience an objection in a sales call, especially in the high ticket coaching space. So, I want to prepare you guys for some of the things that you might experience when going through these sales calls with your prospects. Your prospects will generally have some concerns at the end when you are pitching your price to them after going through your offer. Some of the objections that they might have might be around the price, or they are unsure, or they might not trust you, or they might just not understand what it is that you offer and they're confused. And a confused buyer does not buy. So you have to make sure that they do clearly understand and you clearly articulate what it is that you offer to your prospect. That way, when you are going in for the pitch and when you are going to mention the price of the program, they aren't confused. So let's take a look at the first objection. When someone says to you as a high ticket coach that this program is just too expensive, it's the most common objection that you will receive. So you should generally always expect to receive this one, even if you've done everything right. Even if you've done everything right up until from the discovery call until this point, you are likely to receive this objection. But fear not, because the way you handle this objection is quite simple. All you need to do is just agree with the prospect. So you would say something along the lines of, I understand. I understand that budget is a concern, Mr. Prospect. But let's look at this investment and see how it will save you thousands of dollars over time. That way you're reframing their concern from how much they're going to be paying to how much they'll actually be saving. If the prospect says that it does not meet their specific needs, what you would do is you would basically first clarify and just use a quick gut check in this moment, right? Can they actually be helped by your program? If they're here, they're most likely actually in need of your service in some way, shape, or form. So you should still pitch them. But you should look to ask the prospect and first off, just agree with them and say, can you share more about what your specific needs are? And then I can just show you our product and show you how it can fit your specific needs. That way, you are going to reframe the prospect to think more about how you are the solution to their problem instead of having them find a way out. One of the ones that I commonly get is that they're just not ready to decide now. Usually this is what we call a smoke screen for something else. Usually just trying to get out of paying. So when you get this objection, you could say something like, okay, you always agree with them. You'd say, I understand. What information can I provide for you to help you make a more comfortable decision? Right? So you would try to make it so that you create a sense of urgency in that moment and you offer support to them. So you're not being pushy, but you are opening up dialogue to help have them talk about why they're unable to move forward with your program. And usually, again, you'll most likely uncover the real reason of why they aren't wanting to move forward with your program, because they're on the sales call to begin with. You're definitely I'm sure you've done a very good job of qualifying them and making sure that they are someone that could be helped from your service. So if it isn't the case where that wasn't done improperly, you have to make sure that you do close the deal because they're just trying to get out of it. One of the things that I don't see commonly with my programs, because we really spend a lot of time on making sure that the offers are dialed in with our program and to get them to be excited about your offer, is the company's reliability. So if they don't trust you that you can deliver a result, that means you probably haven't had a really good guarantee, or you just haven't done a really good job of building trust and authority in the beginning of the call. So what you could do is you could just tell the prospect that you have numerous testimonials and case studies that can demonstrate your reliability and success. Generally, people coming through this program, they've already had people that they've worked with, so having testimonials shouldn't be too difficult to acquire. What you would need to do is you would just need to go back and reach out to your prospects that you've already worked with and just ask them for a testimonial. And then from there, you can do a case study breakdown where you go through exactly how you helped that prospect achieve X result. And once they see that you've provided tremendous value to someone else, I am sure that they would be much more trusting and much more interested in what it is that you are offering them. These are just the common objections, folks. Hopefully you were able to understand this part of the sales process. It's a unique but important part of the sales process. Since you are going to be the closer for your program in the beginning parts of this, it's very important for you to know and experience what these objections are and how you can handle them appropriately so that you can be successful in sales.